What's going on? We're back for another amazing episode of the Innovator Hour, man. And I got a very special guest in the building coming all the way from Oaktown, man. I got my bro, Paidro Classic. What's going on, bro?
What's going on with you? What's going on with you?
How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
First, I want to say it's a pleasure and a blessing to have you here, bro. I appreciate you coming through today.
Always, bro. I appreciate you for having me.
Nah, it's all love.
Definitely.
Can you let the people know where they can find you at on social media?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Paidro Classic, Paidro Classic, and 2 underscores. Facebook, I don't really use it like that, but you can look up Paidro Classic, and it's on there too.
Hell yeah.
I don't really use Snapchat like that.
I started using the Snap honestly when they when Instagram started allowing you to post stories.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah,
It was a wrap.
I'm like, they took
Yeah,
that out.
Rihanna said she wasn't using it no more. It was a wrap.
Yeah,
it was done.
I want to ask you, when did you start making music?
Well, I've always rappers always say this shit like they've been rapping forever, like kids and shit. But I wrote my first rap when I was 8 years old. I performed at a talent show.
Yeah,
and I started recording when I was in 11th grade. My boy used to record on tapes and shit.
Yeah.
So like we couldn't mess up. Like if you mess up, it's over. But I didn't write at the time. So my boy Terrell, he taught me how to write.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was when I was like 17. So that's when I really started recording, and then like it took off kind of like from there. I started getting with NHT and shit. I started linking back up with my cousin Black, like with Chippers now, but
Chippers.
Pretty much like I want to say 2007, and ever since then I've been taking it serious, like.
Hell yeah.
But been in and out of trouble, so I couldn't really do the shit that I needed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I've been rapping, but I've never really been able to be focused because I was always going to jail and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, now you got things figured out. You back solid.
Yeah, I've been out almost 2 years now, so it's cool.
Hell yeah.
I done got discharged.
We ain't going back.
One of my counties. Last time I was here, I was on probation from 2 counties. Like I wasn't even supposed to be out here.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be here, but I came anyway. You feel me? And then when my probation ended up finding out, they was like, "Well, next time just say something," and But shit, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
I'm pushing.
I want to ask you, do you remember the first song you ever made?
First song I put out or just like recorded, period? You having trouble with that sucker, huh? The first song I ever recorded.
The first song you recorded.
That was probably the thing I did at the challenge show.
Yeah.
Because we recorded that. My mom, the radio I used to have, I was able to record on the tapes there. So that was probably the first thing I ever recorded.
Okay.
I used to,
was it fire? It was fire. Was it fire?
I'm Lil Leesky, nigga. I'm off the heezy, nigga. I'm surrounded by so much ice, it got me freezing, nigga. If you run up on me, I'ma take your wife. I'm a little pimp. I'ma stay a pimp for life. That was my first rap ever.
That shit was tight.
That was my first rap ever. And I ain't gonna never forget that. Ever.
That was dope. That was dope. What was it that made you want to start making music?
Well, I was always into music, like always, but like what made me start recording, I broke my arm when I was in 11th grade. I played basketball.
Okay.
So I had broke my wrist in half, and they was like basically telling me like, if I break it again, I probably won't be able to use it. I'm gonna be on some DJ Paul type shit.
Damn.
So it was like, it wasn't worth it to me no more. Like I was scared. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was scared because I was, I watched Iverson and shit. So I'm taking it to the cup and all that. You get hurt, and I broke it trying to dunk. You know what I'm saying? Somebody low bridged me. So after that, it was kind of like my game wasn't the same no more. Like my mentality wasn't the same. And then I just picked up a pen because that was how you get your emotions out. You feel me? When you can't do nothing else. You feel me? Can't talk. I didn't really talk like that back in the day. Like I didn't really express myself a lot. You feel me? So my mom used to tell me pick up a journal. So that's kind of like how.
Where you was hooping at?
I went to high school in Modesto.
Yeah.
And So like even then, like I would make the team, but I never made grades. So like, cause I didn't want to go to school. Like
I was just the homie was just telling we was talking because he was saying he was never at school in high school, and I was like, the reason I had to be in school was because I play football. If you ain't had a grades, then you couldn't play.
Let me tell you though, what's crazy is my brother Killer, Killer. he played basketball for high school and never went to school. He wasn't even enrolled there, but the coaches like, you know what I mean? You feel me? So
Like
he
you-
played,
yeah,
but
you saucy,
you feel
so-
me? He was that raw. I wasn't that raw. So they wasn't forging my shit. They wasn't, like my basketball coach was my teacher. He probably changed my grade for his class, but he didn't
He
push the
couldn't do it.
line
He
for
couldn't do
every-
everything.
I had like a 0.7. Like,
Sheesh.
you ain't.
You weren't. I mean, you weren't really going to class at all.
I wouldn't. Craziest part is even if I did go to class, I'm not doing the work.
Yeah.
Like, cause I know it, but it's like shit. I don't know, bro. I was just stubborn. I was dumb. I didn't realize that school was that important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that. And on top of that, my dad had died when I was 8, so like I didn't have that push. Like,
Yeah.
he got my mom, but shit, she was working at. We was living in Modesto. She was working at Hayward.
Yeah.
So she gone all day. I'm
Exactly.
not going to school.
He was
Fuck that
like, I'm
shit.
about to just.
I'm too tired. I'm not going.
Yeah.
And then, feel me, we got tests and shit. We skipping and coming to my house. Fuck it.
Chilling.
We chilling. I ain't doing all that.
I want to ask you, what artist did you grow up listening to?
DMX.
That's
My
it.
favorite rapper.
For real?
My favorite rapper.
Go crazy for sure.
You know, I listen to what Miles was listening to, really. Like, Mary J. Blige, DMX, Pac, shit like that. Like, you know, just the normal West Coast.
Yeah.
Like, but my mom was into Tribe Called Quest a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really remember all the songs, but I know that she used to listen to it a lot.
Yeah.
But my first CD I ever bought was Lights Out by Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
That was like the first CD I ever bought myself.
I grew up on a lot of Weezy.
And then, like, I used to listen to 50 when Get Rich or Die Trying came out. That was like,
50 used to go
you
crazy
wasn't
too.
listening to 50 at Get Rich or Die Trying. You
Yeah.
wasn't listening to music.
Yeah.
50,
Basically.
yeah, 50 is true. I ain't gonna lie. But like, that's what I pretty much like. But DMX was kind of like who I kind of like took after kind of with music. Cause like, he real.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get no realer than that. Like,
Yeah. I'm
nigga
fine.
tell you he smoke crack and don't care.
Yeah.
And he's still gonna be who he is, and he's still smart about it. You can't.
Yeah. No, off tops.
He remind me a lot of my uncle.
Yeah.
Past, my favorite uncle.
DMX go crazy for sure. And shit, he back now, he doing shows and shit.
Yeah.
He, you feel me? He got his shit right.
Man, I was just trying to go to his show in Berkeley, bro.
For real?
I found out too late, and I had ended up paying. I don't know if you know Max Perry, but he had
I
mixed
think.
and mastered my album,
Yeah.
and I had just paid for it that day.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like I wanted to take my mom hella bad, but I
Yeah.
had just paid for that. You feel me? I was like, man, fuck it.
I want to ask you, what is your process like for selecting beats and working on lyrics for your songs? I know we talked about it, but off air, but I want
Yeah.
you to be able to share that.
Okay, so if I'm feeling the beat, if I hear it, if I'm hearing the beat and I feel it and I start writing, then it's a possibility I write.
Yeah.
But lately, Fly Shit Only 3, I just been going in punching in really. It's
Yeah.
been all vibes, just in the studio talking to my producer about life shit, just regular stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's going on throughout the day, and I just take it in, go record. Like,
Yeah.
and my beat process is more so whatever I'm feeling at the time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have a specific type of beat. I don't have a specific type of sound. It's just whatever I'm feeling. If you play it and I feel like singing at the time, cut the auto-tune on. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So it's just vibes, really. It's all vibes.
Yeah. Off tops. So let's talk about the new project that's coming, man. Fly Shit Only 3. When can the people expect that, man?
May 10th. It's for pre-order right now. The link is like weird. Like, I got it in my bio, so you got to go through that specific link. Like, you can't just look it up on iTunes and find it for some reason. I don't know.
That's
why.
crazy.
But it's up there though. So May 10th though is gonna be available like for everybody though.
I want to ask you, why the name?
Fly Shit Only. So pretty much growing up, you know, I wasn't one of those kids that like was fly at all. Like, my
Yeah.
shoes came from Durant Square when I was in middle school, so I used
Yeah.
to get teased a lot and
Yeah.
you know, all that type of shit. So that's what, even in high school, like, I used to draw on my clothes to try to be different. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Draw on my shoes, stuff like that. And that's kind of like molded me into the clothing designer that I am. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now it's just like Fly Shit Only, but this is my shit.
Yeah.
It's me. Like, it's more than just the clothes. It's the mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, it's Fly Shit Only. Whatever I'm doing is fly. It
Yeah.
don't matter what the fuck it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when I first started it, I was on my come up. Like, from when I first started the Fly Shit Only 1, I had a family member that passed. I was living in Oregon, you know, and I was kind of like developing my style more, like figuring out who I am.
Yeah.
And then Fly Shit Only 2, that's when I was on the run. I was having money, I was doing this, I was doing that, and then Fly Shit Only 3 is just more so putting everything together in perspective. Like,
Yeah, that's tight. That's tight. Where did you record it at?
This one I recorded at Slapwagon Studio. Shout out my boy Jay. I recorded it there in Oakland. We did that there.
Yeah. That's tight.
Fly Shit Only 2, DTB. Shout out DTB. I recorded that with him.
Yeah.
And Fly Shit Only 1, I did with Sky.
Yeah.
Sky, thank you.
Yeah. That's lit. What was the mindset when you was creating this project?
Stunting on everybody.
Yeah.
That was really what it was. Like, it was more so just talking about my, I ain't gonna say accomplishments, but accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a year and a half ago, I was fighting 8 years. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I thought it was over. You feel me? So it's like, now that I'm out and a lot of people counted me out, you feel me? A lot of people thought that I was gonna be gone. Females left, partners start switching, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's now my process and my mindset is different. So it's like now it's just pushing. Really, it's just pushing this shit.
Off tops. Do you have a favorite song on the project that you? I mean, of course you've heard it. You've heard the project. Do you have a favorite song on there?
Bro, it just depends on my mood at the time.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like talking shit, I might listen to No Swag.
Yeah.
I might listen to Don't Like It featuring Mr. Fab.
Yeah.
Then if I want to listen to just on some fly, just, you know, Get Money, got Not Like This with K Soaking and Kev. And then got Space with Regular Repty.
Yeah.
So like I don't really got no favorite. It just depends on the mood at the time. Like,
yeah. Nah, that's dope. Who did production on the project? And I know you said you got Mr. Fab on there. You had Regular Repty. Tell us something about the features too.
I got K Soaking, 214, Regular Repty, Fab. Shit. I gotta look, but I know it's one more. Oh, my best friend on there. She don't even do music, but I got her on the hood.
Yeah,
that's tight. I had her do a hood. So that was cool.
Hosted by DJ Millions?
Yeah, DJ Mills. Shout out to DJ Mills. He on tour right now with All Black and Offset Gym right now.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Him, so he hosting that.
And who did production?
I got production from Commotion. I got some beats from him. Well, not personally, but I bought it from his site. And pretty much everybody that's on here, I kind of like just found on YouTube and kind of just got the leases for it. Like, I don't really know their names off the top of my head. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you tell me about a surreal moment that you've had in your career so far? It could be like somebody fucking with you that you wasn't really expecting, just a surreal moment in your music career.
I got a couple, honestly. The first one is how genuine Mr. Fab is.
Bruh, super.
Like a lot of people don't know, when Fab was taking me on the Still Feeling the tour, I was on the run the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, and he knew that. You know what I'm saying? And he still brought me around. Like Chippers, he was on tour with Jay Stalin. He brought me on tour too.
Yeah.
Like I was on a run with both of them on the tour. Like, so it was like, those were surreal moments because you realize that even though you might be in some trouble, it's people that actually trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? Like Chippers, that's my cousin, but Stalin didn't have to bring me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to allow me to come with me being on the run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even though they street, they still business. You feel me? So like a lot of people don't be wanting that around their business.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's like rocking with Fab and learning from him. That is like surreal because I used to listen to Mr. Fab music. I ain't gonna say I used to, but I still do. But like when I was younger, like I used to really listen to his music. So it's kind of like, damn, like for him to be big bro now, that's one thing that's like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I met Fab. He came to the show, and it was funny because it was like one of the times where I'm doing the interview and I'm looking at him like, this shit is crazy because I've been slapping his music and he just laced me with a lot of game, just not even industry shit, just life shit. You feel me? That I could apply this in my daily life, and that shit was dope, bro.
And that's the thing about Fab. Like, I probably been conversing with Fab since probably like, I want to say like 2014, 2013 or something like that. And me and him, my son did a turkey drive with him and everything. Like, and me and Fab like rarely talk about music.
Yeah.
Like it's more so about life.
Yeah.
I just ask him certain things. Like when I first came home from jail, I was just telling him like I damn near broke down. Like bro, like I never realized how hard it is to live right.
Yeah.
Like to live without committing crimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was just breaking down like his personal shit. I ain't gonna talk about it, but he was just telling me some shit like, and it helped me. Like you feel me? Like really, like I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't for him and a couple of other people that really pushed me, I'll probably be dead right now or like fighting like in life, like jail for life, like because at a point I stopped caring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When your dreams ain't working, your money ain't right, no jobs coming, probation sweating you, you be like, man, fuck it. I'm just gonna do whatever. I'm just gonna live until it's over.
Yeah.
But then I got kids, you feel me? So that kind of like always be that thing in the back of my mind, like, bro, what's going? Because I grew up without a dad, so it's like, do I really want them
to change that?
Yeah, like I'm trying to change that cycle. You know what I'm saying? So,
of course, as you should, bro.
Yeah. So
I'm just happy that you.
That's a surreal moment though.
Yeah.
And then getting shot at my video shoot, like that was like
shot at the video shoot.
Yeah, I was at the video shoot. Young Kez, shout out to Kez. He had pulled up. We was coming to set up the shoot.
Yeah.
And somebody came through shooting. We didn't even get to start the shoot.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting shot or whatever. But yeah, that was like different. Cause like I didn't know what it was for or where it came from or if it had something to do with the video. Like I ain't know shit because I didn't tell nobody about this video other than people that was around me. So it was like, but come to find out somebody was hitting a lick next door and they came outside when we happened to come outside. I had an all black sweatsuit on. It was a mistaken situation. But that was like
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a crazy moment.
Can you tell me now about a challenging obstacle you faced during your career and how did you overcome it?
Honestly, I'm still dealing with different challenges. I'm realizing how fake this shit. I don't know if I should say that, but how fake shit be. Like the love, like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm a real genuine person, so if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying. And it's like I realize a lot of people tend to only come around when it's beneficial.
Yeah.
So that's the part that I'm kind of like learning about this whole thing that I haven't kind of overcame yet, and that I'm trying to overcome.
Yeah.
Like is learning what to say, when to say it, how to say it, because I'm very outspoken. So it's like with this industry, just with business, period, you got to learn how to control what you say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm working on. But
that's something I'm working on too.
The obstacles that I have, you can put them on. You put some on. The obstacles that I have kind of overcame is believing in myself more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like actually listening to my music and knowing that 100% that this is good.
Yeah.
Like I listen to my music sometimes like back then, and I used to second guess myself a lot.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of people that wasn't talking about the things that I was talking about. Like people was talking about dancing and shit, and I was talking about real life. You know what I'm saying? And the people around me was like, bro, people don't want to hear that shit. Because people don't want to hear about life because it's going to make them think about their own life. And a lot of people want to listen to music to get happy. They don't want to listen to it to think about real life.
Yeah.
So it kind of fucked me up because I was like, damn, okay, well, if I can't talk about real life, what am I supposed to talk about? I don't really go to the clubs like that. I don't go to strip clubs. I don't blow money on bitches. I don't do shit like that. So it's like, what else do I supposed to rap about?
Yeah.
So like from 2012 to like 2015, like I spent a lot of time trying to, before I did Fly Shit Only One actually, I spent a lot of time trying to like get it together. I mentally, like mentally, this shit, you gotta be strong mentally for this.
Yeah, of course, bro. Of course.
So that's one thing I have overcome, like getting mentally, like brushing shit off, like, okay, it's not
a big a deal.
Or like, if a person be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take you to this, like, okay, when Nate, we was talking about the studio, right?
Yeah.
And let's just say, like, I'd have been counting on it, like, oh, I'm not, this studio, woo, woo. But then he was like, man, I got shit going on right now. I can't get in. I would have took that like, oh, he played me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he really didn't want to work with me, bro. He just said that shit because it was convenient, woo, woo.
Yeah.
And then I would have found the reason to not fuck with him no more.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying? You can't be like that.
Yeah.
Because I've been in situations where I can't come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people invite me to the studio, I be like, all right, I'm going to make it. And then some shit happens in real life, you can't come. Like, and I had to realize that's how life is. Like, even business, life is, you know what I mean? So
I know what you mean. I want to ask you, what is a perfect day for you?
A perfect day?
Your perfect day for you?
Yesterday, I went, woke up, ate breakfast with my son, took the little Hollywood tour, went to the Wax Museum, the Guinness Book of World Records, and I broke 2 of the records in there.
Really?
Yeah, and then
That's tight.
yeah, and then what else we do, son?
We went to the we went to Katy Perry's house.
Oh yeah, and then we did seen the Avengers movie.
Oh yeah.
Seen the Avengers movie, Hard Rock Cafe, just chilling with him. Like that was like him smiling, my other son. Like that's like a perfect day. I don't really care about nothing else. Like
that's dope.
As long chilling with them all day, that's like the perfect day. Cause I'm not with their mom, so like him living out here and I'm living in Oakland, I don't really get to see him that much. So like me just seeing him smile hella much, like all day. That's a perfect day.
Yeah, bro.
Me?
I'm happy to hear that, bro.
Like, that's a perfect day for me.
Yeah. I want to ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
To be honest, I don't know, because I got so much stuff like music, clothing. I want to start a little modeling thing with a few girls that I know to like do modeling, and I want to model myself.
Yeah.
I want to try to get into acting, so I have no clue where I'm going to be in 5 years. I just know that I'm going to be somewhere at the top.
Yeah, off tops. What is your favorite food spot when you in Oakland?
Touch of Soul in the north.
Touch of Soul.
Touch of Soul. Touch of Soul.
Touch of Soul.
In the north.
In the north.
Yep.
I gotta try it next time I'm home.
For sure.
Touch of Soul. And what you get from there?
I get the wings and the yams, the macaroni with the cornbread and the Kool-Aid.
They got Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid. Black owned.
Really? I'm all about supporting black owned business, so that's a bet.
I go there once a week. Like I could call them like, this Paidro, they down there gonna know what I want already. like I go there all the time. And they support too, like they done got my pure clothes from me and hella shit. Like, like they actually fuck with me. So like,
that's love.
I go there like a lot. That's like if I'm gonna tell somebody to go somewhere, it's gonna be there.
Yeah. I wanna ask you, I like to ask this question to everyone who comes on the show. If you could pick yourself to be any animal in the world, what would it be and why?
I have never thought about that. Let me think about this, because I'm not really into animals like that. But I would say like a eagle or something, something of that nature.
Nah, eagle is dope. You can fly around, see the world.
You can fly, you can see the world. You see the world from a different perspective that everybody else don't see. And on top of that, you can swoop in and get out of there.
Yeah.
Get in and get out. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool with me.
I want to ask you, what is something that most people don't know about you?
I don't know. I'm pretty open. Like people that know me or even that follow me on social media, I'm pretty open about everything. I used to be, okay, well, since we're in the era of, well, I ain't gonna say the era, but since we're in the times where people need to talk about mental illness, I used to have bad depression issues to where I used to cut myself and shit a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't really talk about that, but this is like the first time I ever really like talked about it to people that I don't even, what I mean? This is gonna be worldwide, so like that shit real. Like mental illness and shit, like just not knowing how to talk, depression, that type of shit, like that shit real, bro. So,
nah,
like,
for sure.
I used to deal with that shit a lot, like when my pops passed. Me and my mom used to argue a lot. I mean, she tried to teach me how to be a man. Of course, I don't want to listen. And then I had like getting teased and shit, not having the same things as everybody else. Growing up, being around friends that had their dads that was actually involved in their life. Like my dad died when I was 8, but he was in and out of jail, so I don't really have too many memories. Yeah. So like I grew up envious of my friends that did have dads and shit. Yeah. And it made me feel some type of way, like something was wrong with me, you feel me?
Yeah.
So like a lot of people don't know that. Like it took, I would say like it literally took from like 13 to like 24 to kind of like stop cutting and really like be like, okay, you're cutting, you hurting yourself. Like it's not hurting nobody else, don't nobody know what you're feeling because you don't speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I started like telling my mom and you know, talking to friends and my brothers and shit. And ever since then, like, I've been more, you know, vocal about how I feel. And I ain't been cutting since I was probably like 23. I'm 29 now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know that though. But it's
That was
something.
deep.
It's something that
people should
you out
know.
there and you dealing with that. Hold on, son. If you dealing with that, fight it. Like it's not nothing to ignore, like at all.
Yeah.
Cause I had a little brother that just killed himself last year. You feel me?
I'm sorry to hear that. That's crazy. But yeah, people should definitely speak out and be open about it.
All right. Use the bathroom. Is it a bathroom?
Oh yeah.
Hold on, they go take you to the bathroom, okay? But yeah, man. So that's something that people don't know, and I think that a lot of people need to be aware of mental illness. There's a lot of different types, but I suffer from depression a lot, like bad.
Yeah.
Like I get in there times like if something's not going right in life, or shit start getting bad, like I catch myself sometimes getting back in that mode where I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
I just want to sit, smoke, sip some syrup or something, and just ignore life. But after you done getting high, like shit, the life
it's gonna come right back.
It's gonna come right back. You still gotta deal with the shit.
For my final question, bro, I want to ask you, what advice can you give to a younger artist who's trying to get into the music game?
Be yourself. That's like the main thing I could say, because you will look at other artists and what they doing. You will look at TV. You'll look at social media, see all the money, see all the jewelry, see all this and that. But a lot of the times that shit don't even be real. Like niggas be having, feel me, Bentleys and shit that don't even be theirs. I know people who, feel me, go get jewelry and then pawn it. You feel me, like, or wear other people's jewelry, just take the pieces off of them and just have hella chains on, like flexing other people's money, like. So don't feel just as an artist that you're not worth nothing or your lyrics ain't worth nothing because you're not flexing money like everybody else. Like, cause a lot of people be flexing that money because they don't got shit to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they giving you a show. They're entertaining. You know what I'm saying? True art it comes from within. So if you really want to be an artist, stick to you and figure out what you want to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's like something I wish people would have told me coming up. Like, you know what I'm saying? People always told me to stick with the trends, try to keep up, you know what I mean? And trends fall away. Like, that's why artists come out and, you feel me, the trend to be popping, the next thing you know, they disappear because nobody care about that trend no more.
Yeah.
You feel me? So be yourself. That's like the main thing that I can say, and just keep working.
Yeah.
Just keep working. Don't listen to nobody tell you, oh, it's a million rappers, blah, blah, blah. You gonna be that one.
Yeah.
Fuck what everybody talking about.
Off tops.
Like, that's the main thing I can say.
Yeah, nah, I think that's beautiful advice, bro. And once again, it was a pleasure to have you on today. Paidro Classic, Fly Shit Only 3.
You know it.
May 10th.
You know it.
Everywhere. Make sure to go get that shit, man. You can pre-order it now. Link in your bio on Instagram.
Yeah, pre-order it now. Be out May 10th. Fly Shit Only 1 and 2 out. Alone Make You Strong out. 5150 out. I got music all on Spotify.
Got a lot of music out.
Yeah, I got shit out, and I got stuff in the cuts too. You know what I'm saying?
Off tops. You gotta have shit in the cuts.
Definitely. So yeah, man, that's May 10th. Fly Shit Only 3.
Paidro Classic Innovator Hour. Thank you, bro.